clock's off a lot. The clock at Marketplace is off.
Well, I'm sure it's difficult to maintain.
It's off by 18 minutes.
Well, you talking about this one?
Yeah. That Marketplace is off by 18 minutes.
The one on the sign or the one on the wall?
One on the sign.
Okay.
It says it's 10:35 and it's 10:22.
Yeah, it was off the other day.
Yeah, it's off by 18 minutes. Well, we got that early on time thing now.
Early's on time and
on time
is late. Yeah, that's a music thing.
Yeah, music camp.
Yeah, it's any music group you're on because the rehearsal time is so hard to get, especially full. Not just
when you get there, you got to set everything up. That's the thing.
Well, you got to be. The way they explained it to me was, I don't care what your last class was, but when I step up at the click, you better have already got your reeds in, your music shredded up and ready to play because
when they see on.
Again, you must be ready.
2 weeks, 3 weeks from today is field day.
Something like that. 2 weeks probably.
A long time.
Plan to do that. So.
Yeah.
Joe said he got all the software working.
It's good. Joey.
Yep. I had a chat with him yesterday about an hour. Hours in the hospital with pneumounia and more.
It doesn't surprise me how old he is and how much he's been worked on in life.
Lots of problems.
Yeah.
You don't want anything.
I know. I was like,
still stupid people.
yeah, very interesting.
Messed up people, big time.
Well, he seemed like he was okay.
Until he
sort
opens
of.
his mouth.
Yeah, he opens his mouth. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely an issue in play.
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It ain't good from the sounds of it.
I mean, he looked like he was a nice, normal guy. It just, I don't know, maybe that was his girlfriend or wife or something, and maybe they had an argument or something, because he walked out, he just walked up to me, walking out the door, was like, hey, you know, she's available.
No, thank you.
And then he yells at her, baby, I'm telling him about you. I'm like, you know, I want a girlfriend, but I don't know if I want quite that bad.
I would say probably not a good idea. And it's not like you could support him.
No. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of unfortunate.
I don't have. I'm sorry. I left my millions in the Caribbean.
Vegas,
in the Caribbean somewhere.
It's in Vegas.
Yes, my millions are locked up somewhere in the Caribbean, in an offshore account somewhere.
Yeah.
Problem is, all the millions are in monopoly money.
Yeah, well, it's not. That might actually
Kind of like U.S. dollars will be in about 5 years.
Yeah.
Monopoly money.
The way it's going, yeah.
As one goes to talk, they're talking about as to if the government converted to digital dollars or whatever it was, said even gold would be worthless. In our country. Yeah, outside of our country, no, but inside our own country, it would be worthless.
Well, it would be under the table is what it would be. It would still work.
Yeah.
Real gold and silver still have value.
Yeah.
Junk you gotta have. That was a sign for a garage.
Those cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not enough for that dealership. What? They were waterlogged in Katrina and they're still up for sale?
Might be a little bit moldy by now.
Yeah. We haven't opened them since.
Yeah, not going near them. Yeah. Flamethrower maybe.
The mold is built resistance to flame. They said that they found some worms, or weird worms or something, that had mutated, that were living in Chernobyl, in the power station. Well, next to the elephant's foot.
When they did
next to the elephant's foot, the most radioactive thing on the planet right now. When they were living there.
When they did dirty bomb tests in Area 51. They forgot about the fact that it would go into the soil.
Yeah.
And they hadn't thought about the worms.
Yeah.
And then the birds ate the worms.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Died.
It went somewhere. Well, before they did, they took the radiation with them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since it was a dirty bomb thing.
Yeah, very dirty.
It was a dirty bomb test, specifically for that.
Yeah. I was just like, how the heck? First off, how does anything survive in Chernobyl? Second of all, how does anything survive next to the elephant's foot? That is so much radioactivity that's coming off that thing.
Yeah.
And will for millions of years.
For a couple days, anyhow.
How the heck is this stuff living, especially in that room?
The stuff that lives in the cooling things from atomic plants, too.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, this...
What are we doing here?
No idea.
That's what we're doing there. We got police response.
Oh,
he must have seen it. Yeah. We didn't see it, we heard it, but he must have seen it in his mirror before we did.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out why he was stopping.
Yeah, I thought his engine broke down. See the things you see every once in a while when I record? Mind you, I showed some of the stuff that was on my security footage every so often. I'm surprised how many motorcycles been out. Well, I mean, I know the weather's good, but it was like...
It quit raining, so...
Yeah, that helps too.
You got nowhere to run them in January, very well.
Well, you never know this last couple of years, you know, they're kind of mild. You know, see somebody without padding, you know, I think of an organ donor.
2 of them in a row there.
Well, at least one guy has a trach, but, you know, had a helmet on. This guy doesn't have a helmet, or arm pads, or elbow pads, or...
They want to open the road, yeah.
At least he's wearing pants.
Yeah, so some of them out there flip-flops.
So he'll only have a bruise.
Well, I watched the lady with the...
Well, yeah, the one that had flip-flops.
Yeah.
Or Crocs, even worse.
I was sitting there. There was a lady,
and they're wearing like almost like underwear shorts.
Yeah.
And they have no shirt on.
This lady
no hat on, no helmet
on the riding mower with the big deck, with shorts and flip flops.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be going really fast on that thing.
No, but it's kicking stuff up all the time.
Yeah.
Getting around a mower without.
Yeah.
Used to be you had to wear metal shoes over the top of your shoes to be around here. But I want regular shoes. I don't want flip flops. The only place flip flops are good is at beach.
Not even. In the not shower. Really. Not even here.
I'm just saying, you know, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. No. Bad choice.
Flip flops are good in the community shower.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm good for. My opinion. That's all I'm good for.
Unknown stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
Yep. God, if they fall off, those things, they're just going to be a greasy spot. Yeah, I ran around without seat belts in vehicles for years.
Or the ones that will wear the helmet but won't wear anything else.
Yeah.
And they're almost like they're naked, but they're wearing a helmet. I'm like,
it's hot. It's hot. That's why.
Guys, like, I'm glad you're wearing a helmet to protect your melon, but it ain't going to do the rest of you any good. Yeah. So now you're going to live from the helmet, but you're going to be in so much pain because you didn't wear anything else. I mean, elbow pads, a shirt, and like jeans and regular shoes at least would help. Little.
You don't look too busy, so maybe I can ask him a couple quick questions.
O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Don't be too long because I ingested quite a bit of coffee.
Yeah.
In our advancing aging years,
not as easy.
The bladder doesn't quite have the capacity it used to have.
No.
How unfortunate that is. I blame the government.
You're not going to be able to repolish it and bring it out because the plastic's degraded inside and outside. So, I said, well, order me one. I said, it'll be here Tuesday morning. Okay. $178.
Okay.
That's the way to spread the cost out instead of buying two at once.
Yeah.
But you gotta pull the section out. I looked at it inside the fender, pull that out. It's your 10mm socket with an extension, and remove all 3 bolts, and the whole thing comes out. And you put a new one in. First, you want to go and line them up on your house. I was going to go over here and buy buns, but I guess I'm not.
I thought we had buns at home.
I don't know if we have hamburger buns or not. If we don't, I guess it'll be using the remaining bread.
I thought we were going somewhere.
We're going home right now.
Yeah, I thought we were...
Not from what I'm told. I was told it was going to be hamburgers. That's why she had me put the foreman up. And money is a little bit short in that regard. So. And they're OEM quality, so. So they should last at least 10 years. So. I don't know that I will, but since it looks like we're going to keep the Durango instead of trade it.
At least for the moment.
Yeah, well, at some point I might want to replace it with something that's easier to get in and out of.
All of us, Well, that's going to become an issue here.
Well, that's why I was looking at those minivans.
Yeah.
On a trip, minivan's probably the best. We should have.
It is the best thing.
That Honda we had, that was a good rig. Well, the old Plymouth, we drove that sucker to death.
We drove it till it stopped.
Well, no, it was still running at 200,000 miles.
Yeah, how many times did we replace the CV axle?
About 4 times, yeah.
Yeah, in like 6 months.
Yeah, we went through a bunch of bad axles there.
Yeah.
But that was when you couldn't get new ones. You kept getting rebuilds. Rebuilds never last. Well, it's like the wiper motors. 1 year, that's it, they're done.
Well, yeah.
The new ones, they last.
Well, we had that same problem with this truck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Motors.
Yep.
The rebuilds lasted about 2 years, and that was it.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if it lasted 2 years.
I'm glad I did it once, but after doing it once, I didn't want to do it again.
It works really well.
Yeah, and we did it in your police car, and it worked fine.
Oh, the rebuild, well, yeah, but it was easy to get parts for that time thing.
But it was tough on the truck.
Yeah.
It was hard to figure out.
Hard to get them on and off.
On the car, it wasn't so bad.
The car was hard to get them off. I remember getting them off originally was hard.
I was gonna replace the wiper arm on the Durango.
Yeah.
I couldn't break it loose.
Remember we did it on the Crown vehicle? We literally were going to take bolt cutters and just cut the damn thing off.
Yeah.
And just go to the junker and get something.
Well, we got it working.
Which way to work because there was a lot of crowds in the junkyard.
Yeah, well, Mickey Mouse is always an option.
Well, the old cop cars just go to the junkyard.
Well, if it wouldn't have been falling apart, I would have said keep it, but it was just...
Well, I couldn't get in it anymore either.
Well, and it was a series of...
And it wasn't necessarily just my gut that was the issue. It's like, I just couldn't get down. My knees wouldn't bend down anymore.
See, that's part of the problem.
My knees might bend down now, but at the time, they were not inclined to bend down
right
as much as they were at the time. It's weird. It seems like the moment I hit 30 to about 36 or so, the knees and the joints just really didn't want to bend anymore. And then after a while, I don't know if just babying them, they're not as bad as they used to be. I remember my knees used to hurt constantly.
So did mine, but they don't.
And then I don't know what happened.
As it used to be.
I don't know what happened. They don't hurt as much as they used to. Am I taking more? Actually, I haven't taken any glycosamine because I ran out.
Yeah.
And I really don't take much fish oil anymore because I ran out. I'm taking more of the anti-inflammatories, which might be part of the reason I know it's so much pain, but I got taken a leave today because the last couple of days we've been taking the curcumin's just not. Curcumin's good, but it's not a high enough anti-inflammatory pill compared to like Aleve.
Aleve works pretty good.
Or even ibuprofen.
I don't know if I should have Aleve or not.
It's safer than ibuprofen.
Safer than aspirin?
Probably. Well, yeah, probably. It probably is because you're only getting the 220 milligrams at like 12 hours of relief. I mean, I have my prescription version of the anti-inflammatory, which is the difelentic, whatever the heck it's called. Which probably does good, but it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's good as Aleve is, actually.